Morning. I think it's been a month since my last video actually, which is quite lazy of me, so I apologise for that. So I'll use this as a bit of a big, long overdue catch up really. I think the last time we spoke we were about to go away for the weekend, so that went well. The journey wasn't so bad, stopped a couple of times on the way there. I hadn't eaten a lot in the morning, but did drink, stay hydrated obviously, so that's key. Met a couple of guys up there that we'd met through TikTok. One has a stoma, one doesn't. So they're in kind of a similar situation to us really. He got his through Crohn's rather than FAP, and his is temporary, whereas mine's permanent, although he does want his to be permanent because his quality of life has improved since he's had his stoma. So, as opposed to many trips to the toilet, he's just emptying his bag. The same as anyone else with a stoma bag, really. There is still quite a stigma around it, but it can improve the quality of life. It doesn't have to be seen as a negative. There is a lot of positives to come from having one. So, for me, I'm still breathing, so that's always good. But yes, the weekend away went well. Journey, I messed up with the journey was I didn't take my cushion, so on the way home, it's quite a long drive. I think it was 4.5 hours, nearly 5 hours. I did start getting quite sore on my back end, where I'd had the surgery. So if I take my cushion, that would have been a lot better. But you live and learn, I suppose, and that's something I've learned. I learned that the hard way, really, I guess. So, but yeah, the weekend went well. I spoke to Bullens before I left, as I was looking to change from Coloplast. And they sent me some bed pads, as I was pretty anxious about sleeping in a bed that's not my own, because obviously on my bed I've got a waterproof sheet, so if I do have a leak I can just whip it off, no problem, change it over, happy days. But they sent out some bed pads, like puppy training pad type things really. So I slept on those while I was in the hotel. So it just puts your mind at rest, and you know that you can sort of sleep easy and not destroy a bed that's not your own. Don't really want to get a bill for a mattress that, just for having a night away. So that was quite nice. It was a nice relief. So, but yeah, it was good to have a weekend away. So, my point for myself really is, should have taken my cushion. And hydration is vital, really. If you are going to go travelling, or I have to keep reminding myself, drink plenty of water. I've got some tablets that I use for hydration as well, a bit like Dorolite, but I get them from Lidl's, SAS tablets, got lots of nutrients and stuff in, so I use all them, which is pretty good. Although they seem to run quite low on stock in Lidl, so I have to try and grab a load when I can, really. And obviously when you're travelling, have your supplies, your spare bags and all your little kit, whatever you use. Everyone's always got their own little bits and pieces they like to carry. I carry a couple of bags, some blue roll that I've ripped off, my wet wipes, dry wipes, a couple of seals, and obviously the bags to put it in when you've changed it. So, and a toilet roll. Always carry a toilet roll, because you never know when you're going to need one. Spare clothes I've always got in my bag, and my radar key, because the amount of times I've gone to the toilet and then had to go back to my bag or back to the car because I want to empty it at the services or something. So make sure you've got your radar key. It's just little things really, I suppose. Quick pause to let the dog in. Sorry, don't him barking and annoying the neighbours. So so that really just sort of covers the weekend away, and a few other bits and pieces like what I take, and just staying hydrated and all that kind of stuff really. So we did that. That was a nice break, and then 10th of August we had I had a parcel turn up. I had no idea it was coming. It's from a charity called Purple Wings. They're a charity that do mini grants. They help ostomates with support and advice. Really good little charity, and they get these little boxes, little bundles. I'll put the picture as my thumbnail, so you can see what I got in a lot more detail really. They had like a key ring, a pen, a nice wristband, a spray thing to put on your pillow, some cream, and a £20 gift voucher to spend one for all. One of the high street vouchers, which is awesome. It's a really nice surprise. Didn't expect it. Had no idea it was coming. You see it going out and you just think, oh, that's really nice. And it is a really nice surprise. It's just a really nice mood lift, really. And it's sponsored. Mine was sponsored by a company called Respond, but they get all sponsored by different companies. So it's really nice. And the fact that you don't have no idea that it's coming as well is really, really cool. So a huge thank you to them for that, really, because that was really, really nice. That's one of the sort of support groups that I follow on Facebook, really. There's someone on there. If you've got a problem, knock a question on there and someone will answer. Obviously everyone's different is the key thing as well. You can ask a question and what might work for me, it may not work for you or whoever, or your family member or friend or whatever. So do take it on board, but obviously don't take it as gospel that because it works for me or for someone else it's going to work for you. So I'm still really cautious around rice. I won't have a lot of it. I'll have it, but not a lot. Loads of people don't have any issues at all with it. For me it's a bit of a causes me problems if I have too much, really. So I try and avoid it, or just have a little bit, or have a lot less than I used to. So that's kind of one of the foods I avoid. I had skin on fries. I didn't have skin on fries. They were, I suppose. I had KFC, and they only do skin on fries, and I didn't realise. Picked one up, and it just looked like a little bit of skin on the ends, and so I ate some of those, all of them. But I won't be doing that again because it did cause me problems. It might not affect everyone, as like I say before, but for me, I won't be doing it again. No chance. So when we go out for meals now, I'm always no salad, no seeded buns, no skin on fries, beans, all that kind of stuff. That it just doesn't agree with me. It might, over time it might do, but at the moment I'm not ready to have another blockage because my God, is that a horrendous experience. So it's not fun, and if I feel it coming, I just have to drink loads and loads and loads just to make sure I push everything through as fast as possible, because I ain't doing that again at the end of the day. So but yeah, it doesn't, some stuff won't affect everyone. That's my choice. It's all trial and error, really. So yeah, so that's really enough about my sort of diet, I suppose. Another thing I've done since I last spoke to you, I've switched from coloplast to Bullens, mainly because I like the way that I see them on Instagram, and they sent out like a little wash bag. See this little thing, which was great. So I use that for when I'm out and about now. It's got the stuff that I use as my emergency, the couple of bags, like I said about before, the wipes and all that kind of stuff. So, and I just liked, I got a good vibe from speaking to them. So I switched from coloplast to them. The thing I particularly like is you can choose your delivery date. So you know when it's coming. You can, you don't know what time within that day until the day, but you can pick a day when you're home, or that someone's going to be home to take your stuff in, rather than thinking, is it going to be today or tomorrow, or and they chucked in some nice little extras as well. So they sent me the bed pads. I lost my radar key, so they sent another one of those out. I think I've had 3 of them, 3 radar keys off of them now, so I should be all right for a while. And then two days before my next delivery, you have your own. They assign you a sort of a personal advisor, I guess, and then they give you a ring, check your stock, and then they reorder your supplies and pick a day, and it turns up, which it seems to work. It's worked so far. I could have made a mistake, but you can change your supplier to whoever you're comfortable with, so you don't have to stay with whoever you've been assigned by your Stoma team. You can then, there's lots of companies out there, you can pick and choose, whoever you're more comfortable with. That at the moment I'm with Bullens, and it's, I'll give them a little while and see what happens, really. So what else? Yeah, so I've tried. I'm on the convex bag. I've tried it with this tray seal, and it healed up really nice. I did have obviously a few leaks before that, so that's why I was using the seals. I can go periodically without a seal, although I do still get a little bit of leakage. So then, if I get sore skin, I use my seal to sort of help it heal again. While I'm not really sure why I'm getting some leaks, but it's definitely better than what it was. I try and keep the seal of the bag, if you like. I try and keep that nice and warm before I put it on. Then we've got a little blast heater in the bathroom, so I hold it up, give that a good heat up. It seems to work, although I have to be a little bit cautious. So at the moment, I've just switched back to having a seal again for a few days, just to make sure that all the skin around the stoma is healed, because I really don't want it getting all sore and horrendous again, because it's so painful. It really is. Yeah, I think I don't want to go on for too long, because there's quite a lot to cover. So I'll do another video in a few days, and we'll do a bit more catching up. So I have got a video call with the genetics team on Friday. Me and Jane have got to speak to them, so hopefully they've got some results with regard to what's going on. So I'll do another video Friday once we spoke to them. Friday afternoon we speak to them. So hopefully they've got some results, and we know where they're going to what direction we're going to go with next with testing, or whatever. Really, we don't really have any idea. So I shall leave it there for now. Sorry it's been so long. I will do them more regularly going forward. So if you've got any questions, do drop them in the comments. Find me. I'm on Instagram. Obviously I'm on Facebook as well. If you've got any questions, just fire away, and I'll do my best to answer them. Really. If you like the video, if you're finding them remotely useful, I guess, chuck us a subscribe or a like, and share them. Let other people know that it's okay to have a stoma. It's not. How do you say? It's not the stigma. There is a stigma, but if we keep talking about it and keep promoting it, and the stigma will go away. It's just so many people don't know anything about it, which is the major issue. There is negativity. Some people won't like you talking about it. They go, "Oh, you're talking about that again." But the trouble is, it's all consuming. It is your life, especially like for me at the moment. It's so raw still, so much to learn, so much to think about, so many boxes I still have to check. That if someone asks you about it, you're going to talk about it, because it helps. For me, it helps my brain, helps me think about things, and your best friends, your true friends, won't be bothered. They understand that you're going through quite traumatic, I suppose. It's a lot. It's a hell of an adjustment, really. So just talk about it. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. And it will help, and it gets better. You have your good days. You have your bad days. Yeah, and that's kind of it, really. So just fire questions, talk about it, do your research, and all that kind of stuff. And I shall leave it there. I don't want to go on for too long. I think I've gone on too long already, to be fair. So, but yeah, I shall do another video Friday once we spoke to the genetics people, and then catch up with you again then. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers. Bye bye.